What's up, everybody? I'm gonna break down. You know who it is. Pure Ninja MMA, back after a long hiatus. I've been watching. I've been researching fight stuff. Just haven't done anything with my channel. Been busy. Lots of stuff happening in life. Really good. Hope you all are doing good over there. Enough of that. I'm doing well over here in the land of the rising sun myself. Anyway, enough of that for the second time. Let's get into this. I'm just gonna make this. I might go on a little rant here. Just been watching tape with these guys. Diego Ferreira versus Gregor Gillespie. Really fun matchup, man. Really nice. So let's talk about their stats real quick, just to get out of the way, right? So Ferreira is 36 years old, while Gillespie is 34. They're both, of course, 155 pounds coming in here. 5'9" for Ferreira, whereas Gillespie is only 5'7". Small for the division, right? 74-inch reach for Ferreira and a 71-inch reach for Gillespie, right? So they got these last fights. They got like wins by KO. They both have 3 significant strikes per minute. If you look, Ferreira has 3.26, Gregor Gillespie 2.14. Wins by sub, 2 for Ferreira, 2 for Gregor Gillespie. This is what I'm seeing on the UFC Fight Pass here. And takedowns per round, this is where it really gets interesting. Of course, Gregor Gillespie 7.02 per round and only 0.89 for Ferreira. So it's not really. I mean, obviously we know what their style is. I mean, this is primarily a BJJ guy versus a primary wrestler, right? That's great stuff. I don't want to get into the just the stats alone. It's important, but I mean, and this is a big thing for Gregor Gillespie, right? Coming off that really nasty head kick that KO lost to Kevin Lee, man, and Diego Ferreira coming off a loss to Benil Dariush. Both guys, Dariush and Kevin Lee, man, both these guys are legit. I mean, no shame in losing to them. I mean, I just can't write these guys up. Let's talk about. I like what I'm seeing from both guys, man. So, what I want to talk about here is I'm gonna break down first. Just go into Diego. A really good guy. He's primarily, like I said, a BJJ guy. I mean, apparently he's been doing it since 5 years old. I mean, as you do when you're born in Brazil, right? But his striking has really come to in its own. You can tell he's really working on it. Kind of similar. It reminds me of when you see a guy who has a primarily BJJ, then he's trying to work on his striking. They're a little less polished, but the thing is they have these certain sets, these certain combos they like to go back to, right? And it's just if they can use it effectively. Can they mix it in with the BJJ? When your ground game is so good, you can kind of let the hands go a little bit. And of course, being Brazilian, high energy, tough guy. Let's talk about it a little bit now. Back in like what is it? I want to talk about the last one. Yeah, I think 2020, right? Yeah. So Diego versus Anthony Pettis. Right, this is back in 2020. Diego is lifting the leg, maybe trying to check kicks. I like that because you see, maybe he's just trying. He saw something in the tape, right? His coaches told him to do something. You saw him kept moving the leg up, maybe trying to check leg kicks from Pettis or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they saw something in training. I'm not sure, but. Throwing out kicks himself, but Pettis seems to land well with the boxing, right? Diego's getting inside to pressure as he does, right? Diego clinches against the cage, gets him down with BJJ-style trips, and gets Pettis' back. Now, this is the cool thing. So, being a BJJ guy, he's not going to get takedowns through wrestling. He's not going to go for single legs and double legs so much. Of course, he's going to go with trips, right? Does it well, though, man. Really, really good on the ground. He'll pressure you, he'll find a way. Now, he's... Like I said, he's been training BJJ since 5, so he's legit, right? Pettis spins out and back to the feet. I mean, of course, Pettis no slouch on the ground, BJJ black belt, right? Apparently, I mean, this is what we all hear, right? Of course, he has good submissions, but it's just like we want to see Pettis do the nice kicking. He has also he's a very decorated Taekwondo practitioner. So, but trading, again, I like that Diego clinches up. Diego has crazy 74-inch reach, like as I mentioned, right? Even though he's 5'9", so it's basically like McGregor, right? I mean, 5'9" guy with a long ass reach. Pettis breaks away and back to trading again. So it's back and forth. Really, I like the aggressive style of Ferreira. Ferreira, I should say, right? But Diego stands and trades punches, but gets a nice takedown against side control for Diego. But Pettis creates space, and Diego ends the round on top trying to land elbows, right? Just really, a great round for Ferreira, just showing that I can get you down at will. I'm gonna put you in bad positions and just a lot of pressure. That's the story with Ferreira. You're gonna notice that. Round 2, of course, it opens up. Diego catches a kick early and gets the takedown off of it. He has Pettis' back. They scramble and Diego makes smooth transitions. And of course, it ends with Diego choking out Pettis with a rear naked choke. And Diego was limping at the end. I'm not sure what, maybe he ate something, got hurt, whatever. But when you're that aggressive, I mean, you're bound to get some damage, right? So really great showing from Ferreira. I mean, he showed that, even though Pettis has BJJ, really solid BJJ and really solid striking himself, but the pressure, as we know, Pettis wilts under pressure, just like he did with Nate Diaz, right? Just like these matchups, pressure guys. Ferreira's just a really bad matchup. Yeah, and you'll see. So I want to talk about this a little bit more. I like some things I see from Ferreira. Like when he was, this is a really good showing. Back in 2019, when he fought Mairbek Taisumov. Taisumov was like 31 at the time, 5'9", so same, right? And a 73-inch reach, so basically the same. At this time, Diego was 34 though, so just slightly younger. But like I said, same height and just 1-inch reach for Diego. So I mean, very kind of evenly matched as far as their body types. But if you see him, I mean, Taisumov just looks really jacked. I mean, you could tell like that kind of muscle. I mean, it eats oxygen, right? It's gonna make that lactic acid builds up. Not necessarily good for cardio, right? But frame-wise, they're similar. Trading back and forth with punches, right? Taisumov has a nice uppercut. He kept doing that, right? But Diego answers back, right? He'll eat up. He'll keep going. That's what I like. Taisumov lands a heavy leg kick. Diego keeps up the pressure because Taisumov is very dangerous if allowed to move forward, right? That's that style. So I mean, Diego's like, all right, I'm just not gonna let you move forward. I'm gonna be the one moving forward. Diego eats a hook across the head that slightly wobbles him. But Taisumov smells blood and chases him, right? However, Diego evades and keeps up the pressure while Taisumov uses feints. Diego switches footwork, and Taisumov's using footwork himself. I guess they're both like, they know, like, okay, they can, he ate a good punch from him. He survived. It's kind of, he got to have his confidence up. And Taisumov was like, oh crap, he's no joke. I don't want to eat some of these guys, a lot of pressure. Diego double jabs and throws a power punch after. This is something you'll see on his fights. Like he double jab, lands that that counter, right? I like that. He has those basics. He's not like the most polished of striker, but he's very busy. He's very consistent, and he'll keep it going, right? And he goes back to these the basics of boxing, the basics of strike. He'll mix it up really well. I like it. It's just really good. He'll fight for your money if you want to put it that way. Round 2, Diego is aggressive as Taisumov is slowing down, right? He has that forward pressure and transitions to a double leg and clinch. Taisumov's Samba background helps defend this, right? I mean, strong hips, man. Trading back and forth with Taisumov answering. It's a really nice back and forth fight. It's really, really good. Diego seems to have the better gas tank, though. Obviously, is the tail of the fight, really. Both are mixing things up. More of the double jab to power right from Diego, as well as some kicks thrown in to spice things up. I really like he'll go for a high kick. He'll go for a front kick, like a little teep kick, if you will. He wants to go to the body. Just kind of mix things up. He's always throwing something, right? Round 3, it's like 214 total strikes so far for Diego. I mean, he's just really active, man. Diego's pressure and he's mixing up the strikes, grinding away at Taisumov, right? He knows he's not as tired. He has a better cardio conditioning. Jab, jab, power right. That's the story, right? Then he has teep kicks, like I said, high kick as he's off the center. I like that. So he doesn't allow himself to get off balance, or it's like, okay, he goes up to center, he lands something, and then he'll come up top. He's always trying to get something out there, right? He'll add some leg kicks and body shots for good measure as well, but mostly boxing with teep and high kicks to drain the gas tank of Taisumov. Really, that's really smart, I think. Good fight IQ from Ferreira. It goes to decision with Diego being the fresher fighter, the striking improvement and conditioning / pressure, and of course mixing up of strikes and takedown threats helped Diego to dominate all 3 rounds. I mean, it's like, all favoring Diego. It's like round 1 was like 17-27, round 2 was 13-55 strikes, and then round 3 was 21-79 strikes. So I mean, he just kept picking up the pace. He just, he kept landing more strikes as it went on. He was allowed to. It's just really great. So I'm liking Ferreira, as you can tell. I mean, as far as I'm liking his style, I think he's a good fighter. But here's the interesting thing. Let's go have some more notes here. Talking about Gillespie, man. Here's the thing. When he goes against, look at him against, of course it's very different, but look at him against Yancy Medeiros, right? Yancy Medeiros is, he's not like the cream de la cream, right? He's not the cream of the crop, if you want to put it that way, but he, he's not a bad fighter. I mean, like Gillespie, look, you gotta beat like guys like that if you want to be elite, right? He immediately takes, Medeiros down, knees as he locks him. He's body locking him, adding knees, and, lands hooks and then changes levels, right? He gets 8 out of 14 takedown attempts. I mean, it's insane. Gillespie hasn't landed much ground and pound, but he's controlling. It's like he just wanted to control him. He lands some ground and pound at the end of the round, though. Of round 1, I'm sorry. And towards the end of round 2, he gets a TKO with a few seconds of the bell, right? He just gets. I mean, Yancey could have been saved by the bell, but I mean, he's just like getting dominated. And then when you start landing, I mean, when you're getting that dominated, not doing anything. Once Gillespie decides to kind of let the hands go, or rather get in positions where he can land some ground and pound, like those hooks, to the side of the head, trying to get through the guard. I mean, the ref's gonna stop it, right? So just this is the story of Gillespie. You know what you're gonna get out of it. And then of course Gillespie versus Vince Pichel. Vince Pichel's his game. He wants to strike with you. At the time, Vince was like 35 at the time. He's 5'10" and a 17-inch reach. So again. Yeah, I mean, it just, taller guy, but the reach, yeah, I mean, 17-inch reach, not bad, right, for the division, but, right away, you look, takedown to side control for Gillespie. I mean, this is good, just rinse and repeat. It kind of reminds me of Gillespie, right? Just like, that constant pressure. The thing is, though, Gillespie will actually keep you down. He looks for control. Like, he'll get a lot of takedowns. He'll break away when he's not doing much. He'll like, okay, let you break away. Maybe he'll I'm going to box with you. Psych, I'm going to go to takedown again. He wants to kind of do that. Dvalishvili doesn't care about takedown controlling you. He cares about just grinding you out. Okay, like takedown after takedown. So very similar. I think Gillespie wants to control you a little longer. Just more control time. Also kind of similar in that they both have they got kind of explosive and a little bit not so not the most polished of striking, but they don't need to immediately just like Khabib, right? That kind of takedown, that threat of the takedown lets them let their hands go, if you want to put it that way. It allows them to have that option. They get away with things that aren't maybe as technically sound for a boxer or whatever. Gillespie's looking for a front choke, but back to the feet they get. They separate. Vince Pichel, he's a gritty guy. And then Gillespie just goes for a single leg right away. He does a relentless with the takedowns, getting the single leg. Gillespie threatens subs, but mostly just to remain in control, right? He's like, okay, I'm going to keep you down. Oh, you're trying to squirm? Okay, let me threaten something here. Let me try to let me get your arm. Okay, let me try to go for like a little triangle choke, perhaps. Anything that he can, he seems option. High-level grappling, man. He gets into an anaconda choke position, but, Pichel is saved by the bell. Round 2, more control. Gillespie gets on Pichel's back, gets him down. Pichel gets up momentarily, but more of the same, right? Gillespie subs him with an arm triangle choke, man. Just insanity, man. So talking about the stylistic matchup, I think a lot of people are like, okay, Ferreira lost to Darush, nothing, no shame in that. But in what? Excuse me. And Gillespie's no Darush, right? He's not gonna be able to sub him. He doesn't sub and all that stuff. It doesn't need to. I think that pressure, I think it's interesting because if they could stay standing, I would favor actually, of course, favor Ferreira. You gotta favor Ferreira, right? If it was a kickboxing match, if somehow Ferreira's BJJ could neutralize Gillespie's takedown game and control game, I just don't see it happening like that. I like Ferreira as a dog. I want to go for him, but my honest pick, I gotta go for Gillespie. I know everyone and their mother's picking Gillespie, right? But it's just I'd look at this like, if Ferreira gets done, sure, he's a dog. I like that. As a fighter, there's certain matchups that are good. He's got that BJJ, slick BJJ, man. He'll trip you down. He'll make nice transitions, which I really like. And he lets it's just pressure. Good conditioning. He'll go back to he'll keep the basics. He'll mix things in there. I like that high kick. He's pressure. So it's really great. I like Ferreira, but I think Gillespie, it's just like, I think that wrestling, it's a bad matchup. I think that style of aggressive takedown and control, it's just a bad matchup. And I think, of course, he knows he's a bit undersized for the division. He doesn't have the striking prowess to really hang in there. You can't be fighting the Kevin Lees and stuff. These guys are bigger than you and much much slicker on the feet. So I think after this loss, take time off. I think he'll come back. He knows I'm going to go back to my bread and butter. I'm just going to try to take down. So I think we'll see Gillespie get a decision. That's my pick, guys. Sorry, it was long-winded, but that's it, man. Hey, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you want. Add any comments. Man, it's really over. My God, I'm gonna stop being so long-winded. Good luck to your bets, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have some more out.